Tonight, the sometimes controversial subject of forcing public school districts to drop their school logos or mascots that are tied to Native Americans will now be the rule across the state of New York.
While a few local districts are ahead of the game, Channel 2's Ron Plants joins us with the perspective of one superintendent, Ron, that he says they're in a unique situation with this requirement.
Definitely, Mary Alice, but we want to point out that this policy approved today, banning future school use of any indigenous people names, mascots, or logos, was actually first proposed way back in 2001. It's taken this long to become codified amidst pushback over proud alumni and even questions about the state overriding local control by elected school boards, which we also saw with the pandemic. Now, some of this stems from the fact that the state could actually remove school officers and withhold state education funding from any district that does not comply. Just like some professional sports teams, many districts have already decided to change those names or images which are deemed to be offensive, inappropriate, or inaccurate in depicting Native Americans. And for the Salamanca schools, which sit on Seneca Nation territory, have Seneca school board members and nearly 40% of Senecas in the student body, well, they may hope to keep the Warriors' name and logo as they seek a state-allowed exemption from the Seneca Nation. That's because it could be costly with images on team uniforms and more.
It will be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars for a small district like ours if we had to change our logo and abandon the Warriors identity. You're absolutely right. Those are embedded, within our turf field, which is 3 years old, on our scoreboard, in the tile of our walls.
Now, the State Regents Board says any costs are outweighed by the potential harm of those offensive images, and the districts should have realized this was coming down the tracks. Districts do have to comply by the end of the 2024-2025 school year and prove they're working towards that goal. The Seneca Nation telling us they back this move and say the districts with such logos should not try to get their help with an exemption by claiming they're elements of history. Seneca leaders and Salamanca schools will, however, meet later this week to discuss their Warriors logo there. Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.